Have you ever felt a strange restlessness in your own home? A sense of discord that only you seem to notice? Your favorite armchair suddenly feels confining. The possessions you once cherished now feel heavy, or you get an unusual urge to disrupt the very order you've so carefully built. Dear Taurus, this isn't just your imagination. It's a message from the universe. It's essential that you pay attention, as ignoring these signs could mean missing out on a sacred blessing that's on its way to you. This gift isn't coming from a distant place. It's emerging from the very home you once thought was too stable for miracles. So, what's truly happening within your space? Why is your steadfast soul the first to pick up on these changes? Stay with me, because what's about to unfold will reveal that the energy in your home has shifted, and your intuition has sensed it first. Have you ever walked into a familiar room and suddenly felt as if you were in a completely different world? Everything looks the same, the walls, the furniture, but there's an undeniable sense that something has changed. You might feel an urge to move the table that has stood in the same spot for years, or suddenly notice a layer of dust on a decoration you'd long stopped seeing. This is your intuition at work. Taurus, lately, you might have found yourself feeling unusually restless, sitting in the silence of your home, but no longer feeling the same deep comfort. The familiar peace seems to have turned into a sense of stagnation. Perhaps the light in your home seems dimmer, or old objects that once symbolized security now stir a feeling of confinement. These are not mere coincidences. They are powerful signs. Your home is more than just a physical structure. It's the fortress of your soul, a place where you recharge and connect with the tangible world. The ancients believed that when the heart feels stuck, the home reflects that inertia. Before new prosperity can settle in your heart, your surroundings often mirror the changes that need to be made from within. In many philosophies, the home is regarded as a second body, a mirror that holds all the emotions you've experienced: joy, stability, fear of loss, and the tendency to cling to the past, all etched into the very fabric of your space. When your soul begins to crave growth, the energy around you responds. Do you feel it, that urge to clear things out, to make a change? It's not an impulse, it's the universe gently nudging you, reminding you that you're ready for a new chapter, one that begins not outside of you, but within your own heart and home. That feeling of unease in your own safe haven may make you hesitate, but fear not. This isn't a bad omen. It's the watchful presence of your own growth, perhaps from your higher self, or the energy of the earth itself, asking if you're ready to truly cultivate your life. Real change doesn't start with buying new furniture or redecorating. It begins with how you perceive your surroundings and how you engage with your space. When you become fully present, you activate a new frequency within your home, opening a portal to transformation that is accessible only when you slow down and listen. If you felt an urge to declutter a closet you haven't touched in years, that's a sign. If you find yourself wanting to throw open the windows to let in the fresh air, that's another. When your heart feels lighter after letting go of an old, worn-out item, that's a gift. When your home transforms into a garden that needs tending, it begins to communicate with you. In many faiths, a home is not just a shelter. It's a sacred space where the energy of abundance can flow freely. You may not see this presence, but you'll feel it in the air, which shifts and fills your rooms with a blend of freshness and potential. Are you listening? Perhaps you've grown so accustomed to stability that you haven't noticed it slowly turning into stagnation. Today, take a moment to place your hand over your heart and allow your gaze to wander around your home as if you were a gardener surveying your land. You might discover something unseen, yet profoundly real, waiting for your recognition. Maybe you'll notice a corner that needs light, an item tied to a past that no longer fits, or an old gift that reminds you of a version of yourself you once cherished but forgot. Each of these is a message from the universe, a whisper from your future self, inviting you to acknowledge the changes unfolding in your home. You don't need to grasp every detail. Just believe that the shifts you're sensing are not random. They are confirmations that a path is being cleared, and blessings are making their way to you, not through the front door, but through the elevated frequency you've created. This house, once filled with your hard work and sacrifices, is transforming into fertile ground for abundance. You are no longer just living in your home. You are coexisting with it, with your soul intertwined with the sacred presence that has always existed within its walls. Take a moment to be still. Is there something in your space that's calling for your attention? A small crack in the wall, a belonging that's out of place, or an indescribable feeling that you need to take action? Don't overlook it. Some things come not to startle you, but to remind you that you are seen and guided. The shift has already begun, not in some distant place, but right here in the home you thought was devoid of change. If you've experienced even a fleeting moment of strangeness in your home, write it down, not to tell a story, but to affirm that your soul is beginning to hear the call, and your home is becoming a place where destiny is summoned. There are moments when you walk through a familiar room and your heart pauses, not because of anything specific, but because something unnamed has shifted. The neatly placed pillow on the sofa may have been nudged. The plant you've nurtured suddenly wilts, or a painting that hung for years suddenly captures your gaze longer than usual. Dear Taurus, you're not imagining things. These are signs from a dimension beyond the physical, an invisible hand guiding you. You may not see it, but you've always felt it, like a deep-seated impulse or a profound knowing that things need to be rearranged. Don't be afraid. Don't label it as a strange omen. This presence has come to prepare the way for you. Have you ever felt that everything around you is rearranging itself, not by your doing or anyone else's, yet old things seem to shift, leave, or change places? You don't know why, but your heart feels lighter. Welcome to the field of destiny's energy, an unseen space that touches you through the smallest details of your life. As a Taurus, you embody steadfastness and patience, sensing currents that remain hidden from others. You don't need to see the future clearly. You only need to feel the winds of change stirring within your soul. And you already have, haven't you? In ancient scripture, there's a reminder that each time the ground shifts, a soul steps into new karma. When your life begins to change, even gently, it's not random. It's a sign that old karma is closing and a new cycle is gently arriving. That invisible hand is your own karma, returning not to punish you, but to clear the stage before the new act begins. You've heard the words of the sages: when the mind is at peace, all things are at peace. But did you know that before your mind finds peace, everything around you begins to purify? You may not feel ready, but karma is ready. Grace is ready. All you need to do is nod in silence and trust in faith. There's a verse that resonates with every soul awakening on their journey. I will go before you, leveling the mountains and opening the gates of bronze. The divine doesn't wait for you to open the door. It goes ahead of you, clearing obstacles and leaving a path only you can walk. You feel it not with your eyes, but with your trembling heart, like a sturdy tree feeling the wind shift. Dear Taurus, you are not ordinary, you are the keeper of the frequency of abundance. The strange shifts you're experiencing are the universe working on your behalf. Even while your conscious self may doubt, you might suddenly feel the urge to discard old items, aggressively clean the house, or think of an opportunity from your past, not out of regret, but as that invisible hand gently sweeps the dust from your soul, allowing the light to enter. If you're awake enough, you'll realize it's not you being tested. It's your home being cleansed, preparing itself to receive a blessing. How long have you lived in this space? How many years have you quietly sacrificed and held your breath within these walls? Now everything begins to move, not to exhaust you, but to restore the original order your soul once chose. Taurus doesn't live for themselves alone. You live for your family, for those you love, and for the stability you provide. You are not merely the owner of your home. You are the guardian of every soul that has passed through it. Have you heard the floorboards creak at night when no one is there? Have you seen an object fall just as you began to worry about your finances? Have you felt a strong impulse to act while sitting in stillness? These are messages from beyond the veil, from the hand preparing your path. Don't rush to dismiss them. Instead, embrace them with love. Whisper softly in your mind, if you come bearing light, you may stay. Your home, though old and once shadowed, can become a sanctuary where light begins to rise. Now, take a moment. Where are you right now? In your bedroom, kitchen, or a cozy corner where you often sit at dusk? Look around. Is there something that suddenly draws your attention? A sunbeam falling on the floor? A tiny crack you never noticed before? If so, that's a sign that an invisible hand is touching you with pure love. If you're still enough to feel it, you'll realize that blessings don't arrive with a loud knock. They come in the silent presence of something you cannot name. But your soul remembers deeply. What awaits you behind that door? Perhaps something you once rejected, something unexpected, or a sacred gift you buried, thinking you weren't worthy. Hold on to that feeling. There's something only a deeply wounded soul can truly understand. It's not that you don't want happiness. It's that opening your heart once led to your foundations being shaken. You know this feeling all too well. Taurus, you once trusted, hoped, and opened your heart, only to learn that stability could be shattered. From that moment on, you quietly locked the door, not with a key, but by pulling back your energy and ceasing to expect joy. You began to observe life through a foggy window, thinking you had chosen peace, when, in truth, you had only chosen survival. Yet, the dreams you buried deep within are now finding their way back, not loudly, but like a passing breeze carrying an old scent, a gentle light peeking into a room you haven't entered in years. The very thing you once rejected is returning, not as a test, but as a gift, patiently waiting for you to reach out and accept it. You once dreamed of a lasting love, an abundant home, and a warm meal shared with someone waiting for you. But life, disappointment, and unreturned sacrifices dulled those dreams. In the unseen realm, however, prayers never vanish. They are kept in a vault of light, tucked just beyond the trials you've faced. As you start to cleanse your home, listen to the energy and clear out the old. Those prayers are returning not as what you wanted, but as what you truly need. This could manifest as a gift, a financial opportunity, or an old letter falling from a book you thought you'd given away. This isn't coincidence, It's divine timing. As a sage once said, "Open the door for the one who comes to ask." They do not come alone. They carry blessings once sent from a past life. What's finding its way to you now may be a blessing for something you once gave, but forgot a time you supported someone, a time you remained silent to keep the peace, or an afternoon you cried because your kindness was refused. The universe remembers. God does not forget. As it says in the scriptures, "My child, open the door. I stand outside and knock. No bell is needed, no loud call, just a simple nod from you, and all the light will rush in." Taurus. It's not that you are undeserving, it's that you once shut the door to protect yourself from a volatile world. But now, that world is changing, and you are no longer the one who closed the door. You have walked through the season of purification, and you've heard the soft knock from within. You stood still as the old dream returned. And for the first time, you are no longer afraid. Luck doesn't fall from the sky. It doesn't arrive with fireworks or someone else's promises. It comes the moment you choose to reopen the door that was once locked, whether that's the door of your heart, your faith, or a room in your home where you once hid every wound no one ever saw. Can you do one small thing today? Open a window wide. Let the sunlight pour in. Take a deep breath and sit quietly to see what finds its way to you in the light. It might not be clear, but your soul will recognize that something is entering, and it was always meant for you. You don't need to be ready in the way the world defines it. You only need to open your heart, as that soft whisper reminds you. It's not that you're undeserving. It's that no one ever taught you how to receive what has always been yours. If you're breathing more lightly, if the air in your home feels different, if your heart is rising with gentle hope, hold on to that feeling. There's a common misconception that to change your life, you must leave your current space. Many believe they need to start fresh in a new place where no one knows their past sorrows. But dear Taurus, the truth is that the space you inhabit is precisely where your fate is waiting to be rewritten. Not somewhere else, not on a distant mountain, but right here where you stand. That old kitchen corner, the chair with the scratch where you once laid your head and cried, or the curtain your mother washed by hand, still carrying the faint scent of soap. This small table where you placed letters you never sent, the room you once viewed as a prison, is actually the very space where your soul was being protected. You've traveled far, through countless dreams and relationships, only to return to this place, the one you now call home. Now, you're beginning to see it with new eyes, eyes that were once closed to endure, but are now slowly opening to love. You don't need to escape your reality. You merely need to reignite the flame within. Sometimes, the light doesn't come from above. It rises from below, from the floor, where you once knelt and whispered your prayers. Your home is where you can't wear a mask. It's where every raw part of you, joy, sadness, love, anger, is etched into the walls. It's where you touch your destiny not through logic, but through each breath you take while washing dishes, each sigh in your bedroom, each glance in the mirror every morning. The scriptures remind us to build our houses upon rocks, for the winds and storms will not wash them away. Do you know what that rock is? It's love. It's loyalty to the place you belong. It's choosing not to leave, but to be reborn exactly where you once collapsed. Taurus, your living space, no matter how humble, holds your soul within it. You don't need to change it to welcome blessings. You just need to raise your own frequency. From there, the energy of your entire home will begin to shift. Start with something small today. Could you clean that window? Lay out your favorite bedsheet, the one you tucked away because you felt unworthy of beauty. Light a stick of incense. Place your hand on your heart and whisper to your home, "Thank you for holding me on the days I couldn't hold myself." Every time you choose to love again, you prove you've forgiven yourself. You may not realize it yet, but the house that once felt gloomy has grown a little brighter today, simply because you've begun to feel worthy of living in the light. The shadows you once avoided are starting to dissolve because your perspective has shifted. Your destiny, the one you thought had lost its way, is actually waiting right here in the very spot where you're sitting now. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to force anything. Instead, look at each corner of your home with love. Blessings don't need incense, meditation music, or fresh flowers every day. They only require a soul ready to live in truth, embracing the beauty of the present moment. As you begin to shift your perspective, take a moment to notice the small things around you. Is there a photo on the wall that brings back sweet memories? A book that once inspired you but has since gathered dust? Perhaps a piece of furniture that has seen both laughter and tears? These items are not just objects. They hold stories and energies that resonate with your journey. When you see them with fresh eyes, you open the door to a new understanding. Each corner of your home is a canvas reflecting your life experiences, and by acknowledging them, you honor your past while inviting in new possibilities. Consider this: what if your home could speak? What stories would it tell? Would it share tales of joy, love, and laughter, or would it whisper of challenges faced and overcome? By engaging with your space in this way, you allow it to become a partner in your journey of healing and transformation. To create a sacred space within your home, start by decluttering. Let go of items that no longer serve you, those that carry heavy memories or negative energy. As you release these objects, visualize the weight lifting from your spirit. This act of letting go is not just physical, it's a profound emotional release that clears the way for new blessings to enter. Next, consider infusing your space with elements that inspire you. Perhaps it's a vibrant plant that brings life to a dull corner, or artwork that ignites your creativity. Choose colors and textures that resonate with your soul, creating an environment that feels nurturing and uplifting. Light a candle and set an intention for your space. As the flame flickers, visualize it illuminating your path forward. Imagine the warmth spreading throughout your home, filling every room with love and light. This simple ritual can transform an ordinary space into a sanctuary where you feel safe, inspired, and connected to your true self. Remember, intention is powerful. When you approach your home with the mindset of gratitude and love, you invite positive energy to flow freely. Speak kindly to your space, as if it were a dear friend. Thank it for the shelter it provides, for the memories it holds, and for the potential it offers. As you cultivate this relationship with your home, you may notice subtle changes in your life. Perhaps opportunities begin to arise, or you find yourself attracting like-minded individuals who uplift your spirit. This is the magic of aligning your inner world with your outer environment. Your home is a reflection of your inner self. When you nurture it, you nurture your soul. The more love and care you invest in your space, the more it will reciprocate. It becomes a living entity, responding to your emotions and intentions, amplifying the energy you put into it. Embrace this journey of transformation with an open heart. Understand that change takes time, and it's okay to move at your own pace. Each small step you take toward creating a loving environment will add up, leading to significant shifts in your life. Allow yourself to feel the emotions that arise as you engage with your home. It's normal to experience a mix of joy and sadness as you confront the memories tied to certain spaces. Acknowledge these feelings. They are part of your healing process. As you navigate this path, remember that you are not alone. The universe is with you, guiding you every step of the way. When you feel uncertain, take a moment to breathe deeply, grounding yourself in the present. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and that the blessings you seek are already on their way to you. In conclusion, dear Taurus, your home is a sacred space that holds the potential for profound transformation. By approaching it with love and intention, you create an atmosphere that not only nurtures your spirit, but also attracts the blessings you deserve. As you continue on this journey, keep your heart open to the signs and messages from the universe. They are guiding you toward a brighter future filled with joy, abundance, and love. So take a moment today to appreciate your surroundings. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and envision the light filling your home. Allow yourself to feel the warmth of gratitude wash over you. You are deserving of all the goodness that life has to offer, and it starts right here, within the walls of your home. Remember, every small change you make can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Embrace the magic of your space and let it guide you toward the blessings that await. Until next time, may your home and your heart be filled with light and love.